How's everybody doing? Welcome to another video here on the Basketball Zone Cowboy Kingdom YouTube channel. Today we're reacting to Bleacher Report's top 3 realistic prospects on every NBA team's draft big board. I'm not going to take a long time going over every single team. There's 30 teams, so I'm just going to choose one of the 3 players that they chose and tell you if I agree or disagree, and maybe bring in a player that I would have preferred instead. So without further ado, let's get to it. The Atlanta Hawks. So they got pick number 20, and the 3 options are Jared Butler, who I like, Jaden Springer, who I really like, and Trey Mann, who I love. So real quick, Butler, I don't think will get drafted here. A lot of it because of his heart condition. With Jaden Springer, I feel like he didn't show everything he could have showed because he did have a nagging ankle injury, and from what I've heard is that his workouts have been really good and that he's 100% healthy, so he's looking more explosive. But if I had to choose somebody, he's going to be Trey Mann, who I have very high on my draft on my big board. And just the potential of Trey Mann and Trey Young together. Trey Mann backing up Trey Young. That's going to be crazy to watch. The shooting display that we will see every single night. Both with really good floaters. Both with crazy handles. Oh man, that's a perfect fit, man. So Trey Mann is my guy at number 20 if he's available. The Boston Celtics, they got pick number 45. So their 3 options are Jason Preston, Kessler Edwards, and Isaiah Livers from Michigan, who I like. But if I had to choose somebody, it's going to be Kessler Edwards because the kid can shoot and he's a multi-position defender, which that is exactly what the Celtics need, especially after them going after Harrison Barnes last year, but the Kings just wouldn't budge. That's what they need. Now, will he be that type of player? Probably not, but that's someone that you're aiming for and that you would like to develop to become something like a Harrison Barnes. I don't see that happening, but that's still good depth for the Boston Celtics, and it's good value too on number 45 if that happens. The Brooklyn Nets, number 27. The 3 options here are Miles McBride, who I really like, Aaron Henry from Michigan State, and Brandon Boston Jr., who I don't love. But if I had to choose somebody, it's a pretty easy pick. It's Deuce McBride from West Virginia. He's a sophomore, good shooter, very good defender. He's coming from a great program. But if I had to, bring somebody in instead of these 3, it would be Jericho Sims, in my opinion. Even though he's projected to go in the second round, it's not crazy to draft him at number 27 because he's had great workouts. The dude is hitting his head on the rim. He is a perfect role player for the Brooklyn Nets, and that's what they needed last season when they lost in the playoffs. So having a guy who understands his role, who's a rim protector, and is a great roller for guys like James Harden, KD, and Kyrie Irving, that is a great fit to me. So if I had to choose out of these 3, it'd be Deuce McBride, but I would prefer Jericho Sims there. Let's go to the Charlotte Hornets. So their 3 options are Moses Moody, Isaiah Jackson, and Keon Johnson. Boy, oh boy. First and foremost, if you're going to have Isaiah Jackson here, you should probably have Kai Jones instead. But that's neither here nor there. These are the 3 options. I'm going Moses Moody just on the fact that he's going to be a safe pick. He's going to be a solid 3-and-D guy in the NBA. Keon Johnson, that's a pick that you can swing for the fences. He has star potential, but he also has bust potential. And I still haven't figured him out. I don't know where I'll have him on my big board. But out of these 3, I'd go Moses Moody, but I'd go Kai Jones over all 3 of them. And that's just my opinion, though. So let's move on to the Chicago Bulls. They got pick number 38. And their options are very similar to the ones we saw from Boston. Kessler Edwards, Jason Preston, and Joel Ayayi. I'd go with Joel Ayayi, honestly. He's a solid combo guard who can do a little bit of everything. Super smart, from a great program, as we all know. And even though they lost the national championship to Baylor, Gonzaga is a top-tier program. And having a kid like that at number 38 is a lot of value to it. So I like that. Let's move on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They got the third pick, obviously, and their top three guys, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Jalen Suggs, makes a lot of sense. Oh man, I haven't decided, man. It's tough because all three of these guys make sense for the Cavs, who are a bad team. But if I were them, I'd go. I'd go Jalen Green. I'd go Jalen Green. Try and trade Sexton and have a backcourt of Garland and Jalen Green. That would be explosive. Got better size now with Jalen Green there, and I like the playmaking from Garland enough to complement Jalen Green's scoring ability. That'd be my guy. And number 3, I don't think he'll be there though. The Denver Nuggets, pick number 26, Cam Thomas, LSU, super scorer. Mr. Nashawn Highland, who I like, and then Zaire Williams, who I like a little bit more. So this one's interesting, man, because the Nuggets are in a great position, right? They had a great run. They have the MVP of the league. If you want buckets and you're going into a culture that's already established with a very good coach in Mike Malone, I like Cam Thomas here. If he's available on number 26, you arguably get, some say, the most talented scorer. That's still up for debate, but he's definitely top 5 in terms of getting a bucket on an island. Cam Thomas is that guy. Everything else in his game is flawed and needs work, but in terms of getting a bucket, and if that's what they need off their bench, he is the guy. So I'd go Cam Thomas here. The Detroit Pistons, number 1, K Cunningham. I'm not even going to entertain the rest. That's easy. Golden State Warriors, pick number 7. They got Scotty Barnes, James Bouknight, and Davion Mitchell. I don't think Scotty Barnes will be available because if he is, that is a no-brainer. I wouldn't entertain anything else. If James Bouknight is there, I'm taking James Bouknight. That's what I would do. Who I love. I think he's going to be better than Cam Thomas. To me, he's neck and neck with Jalen Green, believe it or not. James Bouknight, to me, is going to be a star, and he'd be a great fit with the Golden State Warriors. I'm just saying. And they also have pick number 14, and the other guys are Corey Kispert, Keon Johnson, and Franz Wagner. I'm going to go Franz if he's there. I don't think he will be. He's definitely going like top 11. I don't think he gets by Charlotte if he's there. So it'd be Franz to me, right? Franz. Houston Rockets, pick number 2, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Jalen Suggs. This one's a lot closer than what a lot of people think. Some people obviously are going to say Jalen Green, but oh man, I would like to see Jalen Suggs and Kevin Porter in the same backcourt. Try and get rid of John Wall, and that would be what I would do. But if you don't, then Jalen Green is the guy. The Indiana Pacers, they got pick number 13, so their top 3 guys are Moses Moody, according to this article, Josh Giddey, who I really like, and Trey Murphy, who I really like as well. I was watching a lot of Trey Murphy in Cancun a few days ago, and he makes a lot of sense. He's your prototypical 3-and-D guy. I know he started his career out in a smaller program, and then he transferred to Virginia. He shot the ball really well. He has a lot of flaws in his game, but if you're the Pacers and you just need a guy who can just accept his role, stay in the corner, play defense, Trey Murphy right off the bat, I feel like will be a solid player. He needs to add strength for sure, but to me he's just solid. He's a solid kid. But at number 13, if all of 3 of these dudes are available, I'd go Josh Giddey, man. Just on the fact that there's a lot of uncertainty there in terms of some of their main core returning. I don't know what they're going to do, what they're trying to do. I know they were trying to get Ben Simmons, which makes sense. They just hired Rick Carlisle. They're trying to get a little bit older, just better overall, more experienced. But Josh Giddey could be their Ben Simmons in a lot of ways, right? Great playmaker, huge guard. He's the guy. If all three of these guys are available at number 13. Next are the LA Clippers. They got pick number 25, so they got Mr. Day'Ron Sharpe from North Carolina, center, JT Thor from Auburn, and Usman Garuba. This is easy, man. Like, if Usman Garuba is available here, he's a no-brainer. One of the best defenders, if not the best defender in this class. Already playing for Real Madrid, play for Real Madrid. I meant to say he is already playing for the national team, making an impact there. It's so easy to me. Like, it's not even a question. So, LA Lakers, Sharif Cooper, he makes a lot of sense for them, actually. Chris Duarte, who I love, I don't think he'll be there. And then Cam Thomas. Could be a real nice option there, too, honestly. Like, I'm not even going to say in front. Like, these picks make a lot of sense. And I think the Lakers, if I'm them, I'm keeping this pick and I'm drafting. If any of these three dudes are there, they're all solid gets. So I say that because they already got an established culture. They already got two superstars and all these, up incoming prospects. If they do in fact choose to go with one of them, they come in and they play their role, right? And they learn under the other guys. So, man, like, Sharif Cooper would be really nice. Real nice. Real nice. So I like them all, man. Like, they all make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with Cooper. This is a tough one, but if all three of these dudes are available, which I don't think will happen, I go with Cooper. But I still think Duarte is better, and I have him higher on my big board. So Memphis Grizzlies are next. Trey Mann at number 17, Cam Thomas, Trey Murphy. Obviously, you see a little bit of they need some scoring, right? Off their bench. And Trey Mann provides that. Like, he'd be the perfect backup to John Morant. I love it. Like, that's easy for me. I'm going with Trey Mann. Again, Cam Thomas, one of the best scorers in the draft, but Trey Mann's ability to extend the floor the way he does has that Trey Young range. I'm going with Trey Mann at number 17. And then now we got, who we got? The Milwaukee Bucks, pick number 31, Deuce McBride, Josh Christopher, and then Quentin Grimes. Okay, so I love Josh Christopher, and if he's available on number 31 for the Bucks, I'm taking Josh Christopher. The fact that he can be a 3-and-D prospect in the NBA, he's not very tall, but he has a long wingspan or a plus wingspan for his size. Very physical specimen, good athlete, can score the ball. He's tough-minded. He loves the game of basketball. He'd be the perfect guy at number 31. The Pelicans. Pick number 10, they got Moses Moody, Keon Johnson, and Davion Mitchell. For them, it's Moses Moody. I wouldn't think about it twice because he fits with what they need, which is more of a 3-and-D. He only shot the ball like 36%, I think, from 30 to 37%. But you kind of have to figure that he's going to get better shots. He's going to get better shots in terms of quality looks, especially playing with Zion, playing with Brandon Ingram. That's what I would do if I'm them at number 10. So I'd go Moses Moody. The New York Knicks, Sharif Cooper in 19, Chris Duarte, and Trey Mann. Okay, and then they got pick number 21. So they got Deuce McBride, Trey Murphy, Zaire Williams. They're in an interesting spot. Like, I think they'll probably trade one of these picks, but if they don't, with number 19, I'd go Trey Mann. Easy pick. Very similar to Emmanuel Quickly. And if you bring both of these dudes or just one of them off the bench, that's what they need. Like, they need elite shooting. Trey Mann does that for you. And then if you want to, I guess cover yourself defensively because he does have a lot of flaws defensively. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like he's the perfect prospect, but he's not very good defensively. So you draft Trey Murphy, who was very good defensively. You have the size, you have the shooting there, so you get the shooting from both guys. That would be an ideal draft. And I also love Zaire Williams. So if they don't go Trey Murphy, Zaire can be right there. Like, Williams is neck and neck. I mean, I feel like Murphy and Williams are neck and neck. he can't go wrong with like either of those two if that's where they decide to go. Let's move on. Let's bring this up tempo. Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay. Pick number 6. There are 3 guys: James Bouknight, Scotty Barnes, and Jonathan Kuminga. This is tough, and because a lot of people are on the Kuminga bandwagon, I'm on the Scotty Barnes bandwagon and the Bouknight bandwagon. So you really can't go wrong with either of these 3 picks. They're all solid. If I had to choose, I'm going with Scotty Barnes on number 6. He just makes a lot of sense with that 7'3" wingspan, his defensive versatility, his just great feel for the game, the fact that he can just make everybody better around him. Everybody wants to play with him. Him and Shea Gilgeous would be so nice together. And they also got pick 16 and 18. They got Şengün, Cooper. Like if Şengün drops, that's a no-brainer. Like if he's at number 16, that is a no-brainer. I'm not even gonna entertain anybody else, honestly. But they get to pick 2 out of the 3. So they go Şengün. So they go Scotty Barnes, Şengün, and out of Sherry Cooper and Jaden Springer, I'm going Jaden Springer. Then Jaden Springer. Like, what a perfect draft for the Thunder. Oh my gosh. Talk about a scary ass team. The Orlando Magic. You got pick 5 and 8. Okay. So they got Kuminga, Scotty Barnes, James Bouknight. I'm going with Scotty Barnes, but a lot of people have him going with Jonathan Kuminga, so they get the scoring punch. They get the guy who, honestly, I really do like, and I feel like he's gonna be a star, but he has a lot of question marks, and I can't really figure him out. So I'm still debating on where to have him on my big board. But if you go Kuminga at 5, then at 8, man, I mean, it just depends like who's available. Like at number 8, you could still have a chance at Scotty Barnes or James Bouknight. So, you go Kuminga and you go Bouknight if they're there. That'd be a great draft for them. They're also in a good spot. And we got the Sixers, teams 20 out of 26. That's how they're doing. So we got pick number 28. So they got Quentin Grimes, Chris Duarte. I mean, if Chris Duarte's there, bro, I'm not gonna entertain it now. He's the easy pick. Easy pick. Phoenix Suns, we just lost in the finals. They got Highland, Deuce McBride, and Sharp. Easy. You go with McBride because you don't know what Cameron Payne is gonna do, and even if he does come back, like say you tell Cameron Payne, do it one more year, prove it one more time, and you got McBride right there. Like, to me, that's a perfect fit, man, because they need his defense and they need his shooting. He'd be a great fit with the Suns. Sacramento Kings. Okay. And number 9, they got Kai Jones, Jalen Johnson, and Kent. This is the first time I see Jalen Johnson like in this article. So obviously, there's a lot of Jalen Johnson fans. There's a lot of Kai Jones fans and a lot of Keon Johnson. And again, as I've said about Keon, he's swinging for the fences. He's going for a star, but he can also go for a bust on number 9. Kai Jones, same thing. Both guys are riskiest dudes that I know. And then Jalen Johnson. Bro, these are the 3 riskiest players in the draft. And coincidentally, they're slotted for the Kings. Like, I had to pick somebody at number 9. I'm gonna go with Keon Johnson, but or I don't know, man. I wouldn't go with either of these 3 at number 9. Honestly, I wouldn't. I'd go Şengün at 9, but if I had to pick, I guess I'd go Keon Johnson. All right. Spurs, pick number 12, Josh Giddey, Jalen Johnson, and Alperen Şengün. That's easy. I'm going with Şengün here, no doubt. The Raptors at number 4, Jalen Suggs, Kuminga, Scotty Barnes. This is interesting. It was like, oh, Jalen Suggs is the guy. Now it's like, it might be Scotty Barnes. I'm going with Jalen Suggs because he's gonna be a star in the NBA. It's just when you're on the verge of losing Kyle Lowry, which is gonna happen. I don't know to who, to the Sixers, to the Lakers, but Jalen Suggs is the perfect replacement. Toughness, good passer, just good score, quick first step. Just a leader, bro. Like, he's big time. So to me, as much as I love and I have Scotty Barnes higher, I feel like Jalen is the better fit. And I always say pick best player available, but they're in my same tier. So it's like you can swap anybody on my tier 1. So except for Kate Cunningham. But after that, I feel like you can swap any of these dudes. But if I'm the Raptors, I'm going Jalen Suggs. Utah Jazz. God, Utah Jazz. Pick number 30. Rocco. He's no longer going to be in this draft. He's not going to be in it. Obviously, he wasn't projected to be very high, but next year he should be a lottery pick. Joe Wisekamp out of Iowa and Miles McBride. If I'm Utah, I'm taking the defense with Miles McBride. No question about it. We also don't know if Mike Conley will return, as his article states. So if you want the shot making and defense as a bench spark to go along with their 6th man of the year, that makes a lot of sense. The Washington Wizards, they got pick number 15. They got Isaiah Jackson, Sengun, and Corey Kispert. I'm going Corey Kispert, man. They need shooting on that team, and Corey's one of the best shooters in this draft. That's what I think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, drop your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Did you agree or disagree with me? I really appreciate all the support and the growth of this YouTube channel. Let's continue to like all these videos and comment so the algorithms can actually push them out and more eyeballs can see these videos and more interactions and just better basketball conversations. I try to get to every single one of you guys. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Peace.